So that's one stumbling point to say, okay, we're coming up against this brick wall. What's one way we can get rid of that wall entirely? Oh, let's get rid of the physical media.
Get rid of that bottleneck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also solves a problem with the internet issue. Okay, so you don't have the best internet. You may be working on, what, a 10.2?
There's still people on dial-up.
On dial-up, yeah. Or satellite, which is even worse.
Yeah.
So they can still have... This is all rumors. We don't know.
Yeah.
It would be great in Sony's defense. Well, if you don't have the internet, go to your local GameStop if they're still there. Or your Walmart.
Or
Target,
Amazon.
Or Amazon. Because Amazon actually has the capability to go everywhere. Pick up or buy a terabyte drive that has your game on it. Mm-hmm. Plug it in, and you can probably play off that drive or download it to your device, your console.
Absolutely can, because I've actually got an external drive on my Xbox that I store a lot of the games because I've slowly gone more digital. And while there is some latency in some games, especially when it comes to online only games, use Sea of Thieves, for example.
Which is if you like Sea of Thieves, join our crew.
there are buffering times where I'll be playing and all of a sudden it'll skip, and stutter. And having the game locally on the system cuts that out.
Right.
So there is that still transfer rate between, but if you were to run more of a thumb drive or more of a SD card, the transfer rates are can be a little bit better because you're not necessarily going through USB 2.
Yeah, hopefully they go to the latest version of 3. But it's also working off, because I don't know if your Xbox has a mechanical drive or if it's an SSD. Then again, because there's speed issues between the two technologies.
Absolutely. So I mean, there is absolutely that difference regardless. But so you have the Game Pass aspect that Microsoft and Xbox has been working on and developing, and kind of tying into that, although not reliant on it, is instead of developing the big hit exclusive games, they've done kind of an opposite way, and have done a I just slipped the name. The Play Anywhere. There we go.
Okay.
They've taken games, and it's not all games. It's still early in that development, but still they've gone this way, and they have done it where it's a Play Anywhere title. And basically what that means is if you buy the digital version of the game, you can play it on Xbox or you can play it on PC. And basically what they've done, and it makes sense for people if you think about it, because Microsoft, it's taking Xbox out, that is, Microsoft is Windows and, is that interface. So instead of people you always hear the PC master race, the PC gamers, and you have your console gamers.
Plebes, yeah.
You've taken the world and you've kind of gone, come here. They've embraced
Great big,
everybody.
Old, warm hug.
Yeah.
Like, we're all together.
So now, and you don't no longer, for the people that had both, that had gaming PCs and had consoles, now instead of having to buy a game on both systems and spending double the money, Microsoft is technically losing out, because you buy it once and you have it on PC, you have it on Xbox, like you have that. So that's something that they didn't have to do, but that they are, have done, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think the major two competitors with each other is, again, Microsoft and Sony. I am leaving Nintendo out of this because Nintendo is kind of forging their own path.
I would agree with that, yeah.
They don't go on like, I need to have the best graphics for this. They're dedicating their lines to a certain audience, and which is the generalizations 18 and under.
Family friendly kids. Yeah.
I wouldn't say family friendly because they have a lot of couple games that are rated mature, but the hardware is capable for a family to play together around a TV or
and they've
on
gone
an
more
airplane.
portable.
Yeah, they've gone a lot.
Everything they've done recently has been focused more around portability.
Which I think they had a great success with the Wii. The Wii U was kind of like a stumbling.
It was learning.
It was learning because, again, that was they're trying to incorporate a portable device. So, okay, well, this didn't work out well. Let's not worry. Let's not talk about that anymore.
Let's take what worked.
Yeah. And let's put in the Switch. The Switch has been very successful for Nintendo.
Oh, absolutely.
And then they go and say, okay, what about the Game Boy? What's so great about the Game Boy? Because it's extra portable. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Game Boy and replace it with the Switch Lite, which is basically the Switch that you can't take the Joy-Cons off of.
Gotcha.
And there is no option to plug it into a TV or anything. It's a truly portable device. Roughly almost the same price, but hey, it's your money.
Yeah. But what's neat about the Play Anywhere aspect of it is Microsoft's now taking it a step further. It's going to be interesting to see if this is going to be the stumbling block or if this is going, because it's very soon. While the Play Anywhere is successful, and I don't see that going away because there's no reason for it to right now. This next step is where it'll be interesting, and that's where it's Project xCloud. It hasn't been released yet.
It's actually very soon. I think probably when this episode comes out, because this comes out in November, it's going to be very close, or if it's not, because Stadia would have been
at least in public beta.
Yeah, because xCloud and Stadia are really close technologies with each other. Mm-hmm. But again, it's Google, and we know how Google is.
But for those that don't know, the Project xCloud, basically what that is it will allow you to play even brand new Microsoft games or anything that runs within their environment, basically would be a way of putting it. But it allows you to run it off of any portable media, so even your cell phone. So if you take what games would normally need to be run off of a gaming PC or an Xbox console, and you're now running it on your cell phone, and the whole idea is that you're running it off of their equipment.
Yeah, their servers over the internet. I mean, they've claimed that latency is pretty much a non-issue. You can use an Xbox One controller with a Bluetooth capability, plug it up, or not even hook it up with your phone and use that.
You Bluetooth it to your phone.
Yeah.
And
your phone is your display.
Even before all this, they have a because you've always been able to Bluetooth to your phone. They have a snap-on adapter for the Xbox One controller that holds your phone. So you're holding this, and it's got the phone built into the adapter.
Makes it a lot easier instead of trying to find something to lean up against.
Because that way you could play your Android racing games, but use the Xbox One controller through Bluetooth. Like, they've always had that functionality. Now they're just basically adding in the ability to stream, if you will,
games that you don't need the hardware, so to speak. And then another thing is that you can play the games, I want to say, from your hardware.
Yes.
That you have.
If you have an Xbox or a gaming PC, yes, you can have. And that's another thing that makes it interesting. And I don't know the logistics on it because, again, it's still relatively new.
It's magic, pretty much.
But I don't know if, because the thought process, I believe what they were going for, and I know they've advertised this in some of their keynotes, is you'll have the game, say you're playing it on your Xbox, and then family comes in and wants to watch the Xbox, so you pause your game. If you can. And then you can go
I'm playing a game.
And then you can go to your laptop and unpause the game and keep going.
Right.
Or then pause it there, pull out the phone, and keep playing the exact same game. You just pause it and you go to the next one. Or you just pick it up and you're right where you left off. There's no connection, there's no reloading. It's literally right where it was.